無敵2号の合成強度を選んでください。
Tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur. Tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur. Tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur.
Okay, let's very quickly go through this Iris 1 build that I've been playing for a while, I guess for a day or so. Okay, so what is this build? Okay, we're building around your Thunder Magus. Okay, so in terms of scaling that you want to do, okay, we are using the special support, which makes it so that when they're stage 5 or higher and are empowered, right, +1 to their base projectile quantity for enhanced skills. So the first thing that you want to get is pretty much 500 growth, right? Because if you're at 500 growth means you're at stage 5. So in terms of that, you do want to get sources from your amulet, sources from your belt. Apart from these two, you can get it on what you call it. I think I have a singular node on my what do you call it here, right? I have one singular node of initial growth here, right, to hit that breakpoint, I guess. Okay, for 500. Apart from that, I don't think there are really a lot of sources of initial growth. Yep. Okay, we're also using isomorphic arms, so we are using a cane and a rod. So on a cane, you don't need this. I would say if you are farming profound, it is really nice to have this, especially if you don't have enough damage. So I mean, I got lucky with this, right? I actually threw the R&D on this and got this on my first try. So I wouldn't expect people to have this. Okay, in terms of that, we just have a lot of gear fizz, some pen, attack speed, cast speed, elemental damage, physical damage. You do not need any gear, attack speed, and gear crit because isomorphic arms makes it so that I mean only the base damage and affixes will be transferred to your minions, but it will not affect their base attack speed and base crit rating. Okay, so apart from that, other things that you probably will need, you need a wind breath dispersion, because your trait, okay, so over here, right, this one, right, you can now channel Wind Rider, okay, which basically just think of it as it just gives your minions damage. Okay, so has a channel interval of 0.2 and can be channeled up to 5 stacks. So at max channel stack, lose all channel stacks and grant 2 stacks of nourishment to your Magi, okay, within 12 meters. So this is the, I mean, this circle around me, right? It's basically giving my minions perma nourishment. Okay, so if I don't have wind breath dispersion with the minimum channel stacks, I mean, this is what it will look like. Okay, right? You can see like it does take some time. My megas don't, I guess, is like 14 billion less damage, I guess, if I'm using Dazzling Bloom. Yeah, it's about there, right? So having them at basically full nourishment at all times, right, is a very, very big damage boost. Okay, so Wind Breath Dispersion, I would assume that +3 would technically also be fine. Like, it shouldn't be too much of a difference. They should be at max stacks still with a +3, but I mean, at this point, a +4 is not it's not the most expensive thing in the world. It's only like 130. Like you could boss rush and get that if you wanted to. Yep, in terms of everything else, I am going for ES because I am doing 4 auras using off the beaten track, classic move. Um, yep, so it's just a bunch of ES, int, wherever you can get. In my offhand, I have int, enhanced skill chance, lightning damage, attack speed, cast speed, and just generic damage. Anything that does physical or lightning damage to your minions will boost the damage. Yep. And then we have a Fiend Crown with some crit. Minions gain lucky upon a crit strike. So that rolls Alright, it ties in line with lightning damage because lightning damage generally tends to have higher rolls, right? Lower minimum and higher max. So performing the lucky check just means you have more damage. Right, so everything kind of ties in nicely. Okay, so I'll just roughly go through talents in case people don't want to see the build code. So we got this, I don't really have to talk too much about trees, kind of just copy, I guess. All right, in terms of slates, my slates are not great at all. You can do many things with this. I just have a bunch of levels here, so passive levels or minion skill levels around. Generic stuff, for example, like additional damage applied to life will also work. Minion skill level, right? In terms of minion mega scaling, there isn't really a lot that you can do. So it's mostly just these, right? Like skill levels, additional damage to life. In terms of what you call it, pedigrees, you could get Mighty Guard, anything that has minion damage. So rarely Mighty Guard would work. Uh, right, like Mighty Guard is a +2 here and +40 initial growth. So I guess you would take this. I would take this if I don't have 500 growth. So you take this, go and get isomorphic arms on the pedigree, or perhaps just take isomorphic arms here, get Mighty Guard on the pedigree, right? Like either way works. Okay, so in fact, I should probably be getting one of these. I think this is probably better than let's see how many squares it takes up. I guess I could probably start in a pedigree instead of doing this, but I mean, that's what I have for now. I don't really want to invest too much more into this. I kind of want to swap off, but I figured that I might as well release this build before I go and liquidate everything, I guess. Okay, so I think that is all. I guess candles, I have empower skill effect and steal mana compensation. You probably need one source of this somewhere. I think if I don't have this, I don't have enough steal mana. And yep, another +1 minion skill level. So my Thunder Megas is only at 31, which is actually kind of low, right? If you upgrade all of these to priceless, I would get, plus levels on my offhand, and then it'll probably be more damage, but yeah. Also, I'm not sure how much this is. Okay, this is slightly expensive. So I would say that, okay, but these are essentially somewhat crafted already. Somewhat. Um, Yep, the initial growth not so easy to get because again you have to RNG sequence the thing. So I got this pretty early on when it was like some guy was selling it for like 200 FE. So yep. Okay, so I would say the build is a moderate cost, but I guess if you want to look for something that could get you started in profound, this is not too bad in terms of the costs, right? Compared to I guess other builds. Okay, so hopefully this helps. And yep,